What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock and what you should be looking out for the future of this company. I'm also going to give you guys my price prediction for tomorrow and talk about what I think Tesla may end up doing based off what we're seeing in the news and what's happening at the time I'm recording this. Now, before I do any technical analysis and give you guys my price prediction, I do have to mention a couple of things real quick. The first thing is I'm not a financial planner, so please don't take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull with the link down below and deposit any amount of money into the account, whether it's $1 or $100, it's up to you. You are guaranteed 5 free stocks, each worth up to $2,000, and you could always sell those 5 free stocks for cash and buy some Tesla shares for free. This is a limited time offer. It ends in just 2 weeks, so please check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at Tesla, we're seeing some very interesting things. So I wanted to point out the fact that, yeah, we have this big gap over here. Now, I mentioned in previous videos that my sentiment has turned a little bit more on the bullish side than bearish side for the markets based off many things we're seeing. So the question that I'm going to answer is, what's more likely to happen? If we are going to be bullish, are we going to drop back down, fill this gap, then push up, or are we just going to keep on pushing up? Now, to answer that question, let's look at what the news is saying. The first thing is this right here. Right now in Shanghai, which is the part of China that has been on this massive lockdown. It's a lockdown of over 26 million people, and it's also having a major effect on supply chains. Right now, they're trying to actually ease their lockdowns, and they have made the claims that they're almost free of this virus. I don't know if that's true or not, but you understand my point. Like, data could be questionable, but these whole lockdowns that are happening, they have had a massive effect on the market, on our economy, on inflation, and so on and so forth. But right now, they are planning on starting to ease up on these lockdowns. And also by the 20th of May, they plan on, just stopping it completely, right? So that would be massive for the markets. If that news comes out, I think the market should see a nice bounce. On top of that, we're seeing news about this. Elon Musk mentioned that he put the blockbuster Twitter deal on pause over fake accounts. So I can't really say too much about this because it depends on the true details about what Elon Musk is planning on doing. But it's not the end of the world. He's not putting an end to the Twitter deal. It's just on pause right now. And another thing is, a lot of people that are interested in Tesla, they don't like the deal because they think Elon Musk's time is going to be taken up, this and that. And I already made videos about how this isn't going to be bad for Tesla because Elon Musk is an innovator. He's going to find a way around it. And Tesla, as long as they keep on continuing with the growth perpetuates with their new developments, their new technologies, their new gigafactories. I don't see it being an issue whatsoever. So what's going to happen to the share price? Well, one of the things to note is the SPY has this gap down here. I did mention this in my previous videos. The gap would bring the SPY down to 392. But on Friday, if you look at the way the SPY moved on Friday, look at how this thing just pushed up and pushed up. It did not want to be stopped. The bears and the bulls were battling. So imagine a war between people trying to push the stock up, people trying to push it down. Check this out. They managed to push it down to, 397, right? They pushed it down. They failed. They weren't able to keep it down, and this thing managed to close above 400. So it's showing lots of strength, and it does look like the SPY wants to start rebounding because we're starting to see this upward trend that's being built ever since we hit that 385 range or that bottom. So is downside possible? Yes, but I find it a little bit less likely. And this downside, this gap right here, it might actually end up getting filled in the future during another drop that is probably going to come to the market in a few months or a month or two from now. But until then, I think the market's ready, right? The market's essentially ready to start running. I think we're going to have a temporary relief rally. I'm not saying that the market's just going to be bullish for the rest of the year. No, I've mentioned this in tons of videos. There are many moments, in my opinion, where Tesla or the market runs up, then it drops, then it runs up for a few months, then it drops for a few months, then it runs up for a month, then it drops, like back and forth and back and forth. And we're in one of those phases where we're going to run up for maybe a month or a few weeks. I really believe that's about to happen because if you look at Tesla on the 2-hour candles, you could see right over here, there are clearly a lot of gaps to the upside. One of the most pivotal gaps is this gap that's going to bring Tesla up to $858 a share or even higher. My question is, do you really think it's going to take a year for us to get back? Or do you think there are going to be moments of time where we push up and push down and push up and push down? I think we're entering that phase where we want to start pushing up. It doesn't mean we're going to be bullish forever, but based off this, this is what I think is going to happen. So let's go over support and resistance levels. Then I'm going to give you my prediction. If we start to push down, Tesla has some support at $757 a share. If we drop again, if we can't hold it, then our next key level of support is 722 or 721. That doesn't hold us. It's 705 because we did get a bounce off 705 for some reason, even though it used to be like 700. It's weird. It's maybe more like a range between 705 and 700. And if that doesn't hold us, the key level where we got a really nice bounce is 680. I don't think we're going to go that low again. It's very unlikely based off the price action I'm seeing. If we start pushing up, remember, all these supports or all these lines could act as support or resistance depending on where we are. If we push off from where we are right now, 775 is going to be resistance, 800 will be resistance, 821 will be resistance, 847, and finally 870. So this is just based off historical data. What do I think is going to happen now? So if I bring up the 1 minute candle, look at the price action. It's very interesting. Let me just zoom out all the way, and you could see from the time we hit 680, we pushed up really hard to 757. We got rejected off that resistance level. We started treating 705 as support, and then we gapped up, pushing up to 787 at the high on Friday, dropping and managing to close at 769. I predicted that we'd close around 740 to 750, I think on Thursday, and I was not that far off, but at the end of the day, we were green. I'm happy about that. And we held pretty darn well, like I said before. So in the past, Tesla has a tendency of staying within a range, a channel, then pushing to the next channel, then staying in that channel, then pushing to the next. It has a tendency of doing that when it turns bullish. And are we turning bullish? I think the answer is yes. But there are two main possibilities. I'm going to talk about those and then which one is most likely to happen. So here's where I start. The first possibility is this. Let me, hold on a second. Let me do this. So the next trading day is going to be the 16th. Okay. So one possibility is the market takes, excuse me, we take a bit of a hit like this. And we end up dropping, right? And once we find our bottom, remember, I'm not predicting this yet. I'm going over the two main possibilities. If we do fill that gap, I would expect the market to take a big U-turn, then start just pushing up, being very volatile, and then just pushing to the next level, maybe getting rejected off 800, and managing to close in that high $700 range. That's the first possibility. And I would expect us to maybe close around here, 780, 790, right? That's one possibility. And then I'm going to make this red because this is the less like bullish possibility because of this drop right here. What's the other possibility? It's also very possible. Hold on, let me make this like a different color so it's easier to distinguish them. It's also very possible that Tesla's already ready to start rallying. And from opening, we get a really beautiful push as high as 800. Get rejected, trade in this range for a little bit of time. Our RSI starts cooling off. Trade kind of like this. And the whole market just starts shifting its dynamic. We managed to see Tesla push really high up to the 800 range, maybe closing a little below 800 or just above 800. That's also a possibility. And I'm one of those people that does not like to be pessimistic with Tesla. Anything is possible, right? The question is, are we going to fill the gap and bounce or not? Either one is possible. But when you consider the news that the large part of China, Shanghai, is planning on reopening, things could be very good. So I think the blue line is most likely what's going to happen. I'm pretty bullish for the week, for the next few days. And with that out of the way, that is what I'm predicting. With that out of the way, I want to thank you all for listening. Please have a great rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tesla to the moon, and peace out.